service should be, you know, how you answer the phone from the moment it rings to the moment you hang it up, every last step without micromanaging, again, right, depending on your business type. But they definitely should have a strong foundation in how everything should function within your business for each individual department.
That is really amazing. And with that being amazing, um, I think that's where a lot of us we get stuck at because we know what to do and we're trying to do all this stuff ourselves, right? And the thing is you're going to be limited with what you can do yourself. But the part where you begin to win is when you have to practice this policy of what we call delegation. Okay. And when we hear that, and people may say, how do I delegate, Lady Hale? What does that look like delegating? Or like the lady that had the multiple businesses where she said it's stressful making sure number one I can trust these people with my IP. Okay, IP is intellectual property. That I can trust these people with my intellectual property. I can tell them how my business run without making sure. Oh my God! Now I done gave them the gems and I done show them how they run. What's going to stop them from going and doing their own thing? And what's going to stop them from getting their own crew after they done been with me? They done learned the game, and now I'm afraid that they're going to take it somewhere else. Okay, and the truth of the matter is, guess what? It happens, right? If they not meant for you, guess what? They not meant for you, but they not you, right? They don't have the vision that's for your business. They don't have that. They only have a part of it. And some people would like to do that. They like to take a part of what you done taught, a part of what you done gave them, and they think they can go do a whole full business, not realizing the years and the tears and the sweat and everything that has went into building your business. Okay, this is not a seasoned business owners where we can be scared, right? Y'all type that in the comments section. Don't be scared. We can't be scared in this season. We can't be scared. Oh, somebody gonna run off. Oh well. If they run off, they run off with some wisdom. Bid them well. Say, congratulations, girl. Go do your big one, because the grass is not always greener on the other side, and people do not know a lot of times the process of what it takes to build these businesses from the ground up, to put the support there, because we always make it, the founders, we make it look easy. Like, I make it look easy managing websites, managing multiple people businesses, and knowing the ins and outs and what they need to do and what to say. We make it look easy, but just because we make it look easy don't mean it is easy. Don't mean is, they don't know the back end cost, right? They don't know what happens when, let's say, y'all, you didn't make what you need to make for the month, but you made just enough to make sure everybody was paid, but you didn't profit. But you still have to pay other people and making sure that their household look good and all this stuff like that, right? Because that is, again, a lot of times it's tribal knowledge that we haven't wrote down, so other people will understand. But we can't be afraid, because being afraid will paralyze your growth, not only as a person but as a business owner. Imagine if Coca-Cola was afraid that Sam's was gonna make their cola. Imagine if Dr. Pepper was gonna be afraid that Kirkland pepper or whatever pepper who was going, you know what I'm saying, was gonna do that thing. They might have the a very similar recipe, but it sure is a difference between Dr. Pepper and Kirkland Dr. Pepper. Would y'all agree with that? Yeah, and we can't be scared. We're not gonna be scared in this season. So, having those SOPs where those people who are trained, they know the process. Basically, it's marking down the process. It's not marking down your brain, but it's marking a process so you can continue to develop. Your business. So, everyone, your first assignment today is going to be to create an SOP. So, if you have an SOP, a standard operation procedure for your marketing team, well, whether it's your marketing team, your sales team, your training team, your operations team, what does that look like to operate your business in excellence? What does that look like to have sales stuff or what your sales process in a written down way where somebody can take it and do what you know, because you got people who gonna come on your team who don't want to, they just want to work. They ain't trying to lead nothing. They ain't trying to start no business or anything like that. They just want to work, help you make that money because they know the more money you make, the more money eventually they gonna make, the more hours they gonna get because they have the business and all that good stuff there. That was beautiful. Having a SOP. Who wanna go next?
This is Latanya. I'll go next.
Go ahead.
All right. Turn my camera back on. Um, all right. So one of my challenges, is that correct? What we're talking about is the one thing for me is funding right now. It's always difficult to just, get out there being a business owner and being having to prove yourself to the banks or the financial institutions about what you can do, your vision, and then just having enough to cover the expenses. I transitioned from corporate America, from 30 years of corporate America, into being a full-time business owner. So having that uh, consistent and reliable, comfortable income that I knew that was coming in to go to this is just having that funding for me. And I believe that in order for me to have that, then I'll be able to grow with the team and the business as far as what I need to do going forward.
That's a good one too. Funding. And we got some funding experts who know how to get them. They know how to get them coins on here. You say who? Oh, okay, sorry about that. They know how to get some coins. So let's address that because that's a major obstacle with many businesses, right? We know we all have that minimum amount that it does take to operate our businesses, right? And we know that that has to be there. And if it don't be there, something in the business, some subscription, whatever, is going to get cut off. It has to get cut off because we can't let that affect our homes, right? Because we still have to make sure we got gas, water, light. We got to have, we got to have our basic survival stuff in order that we need. So getting funding, getting funding through a bank. I'm gonna let Sherrod talk on that because she knows all the stuff that you need to get funded and all that stuff from a bank, but it is going to require you to have your paperwork in order. Miss Karen, Miss Renee, all the tax people up here, okay? We need to be everybody on this couch, we need to be pick one. We need to be collaborating because they're going to tell us what we need to have, because you're going to need to have these things called Miss Karen, you can take that part and get in what they need to have in order from a tax perspective and the things that the bank would be looking for. Yeah, she got 30 years in the game. I'm telling you, she know what she's talking about.
So I recently, there's a lot of funding out there, especially after COVID. They funded a lot of money through the states where businesses can get funding. And so I recently tried to apply for the funding and got denied. And I got denied because I, as a business owner, didn't pay myself. One of the first things we have to do, we have to pay ourselves, because even though they may be looking at their business credit to approve the funding, they still want to know, can you pay this loan back? And so I got denied, and then I applied for another one. Another person was telling me that, I can get you the money, I can get you the money. I got denied again because they wanted to know, can I make $5,000 a month? And so they were, because I'm a tax business, I was making that kind of money in a certain period of time. And so now that the season is down, I couldn't show that for May. And so, we as business owners, we have to figure out how to make the money consistent, because that's what they're going to look at. They're going to look at the history of the business of, is this money coming in regular in order to qualify? But I just wanted to piggyback on to the other lady. I am too someone that's been in the was working for 30 years, and now I am a entrepreneur. And one of the things that I struggle with, my husband is looking at me because he wants that consistent money to come into the bank, into the account, like it was coming in when I was working.
All right.
And I haven't been able to do that. So I definitely needed this therapy to be on the couch as far as really how to do that, how to pay into the household so he won't be looking at me upside my head about, money coming in. So Chris, you're gonna have to help on that part.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And then I'm gonna let Sharad, she's gonna talk. Her name's Latasha, sorry. I'll be calling everybody by their last name. But I'm gonna let Sharad get on here, and then she's gonna also talk about the grant piece, and then I'm gonna come back and anchor it in with the marketing piece, okay? Oh, here you can come.
Like I can't remember anything.
Oh, I can get you a computer. And she's gonna she had to get back on there. The Wi-Fi wouldn't let us be great. But in just picking on what Miss Karen said was about the consistent income. Because remember, I told you when you are getting funding, there's a base income that they look at to see what is your what is your baseline, basically. And a baseline is basically the base of your business to make sure that it's operable. And all our baselines would be, I'm gonna tell you how to do anybody know how to find their baseline for their business? Or you like, teach me, Chris. Do anybody know how to find
Teach us, Chris.
the baseline for their business?
Teach us, Chris.
I've been in
Teach
the
us.
same boat. Teach me, Chris. All right. So let me teach y'all how to do that. So your baseline, like for example, I'll just use my own business, right? For me, I have to have a minimum of $2,500 to cover payroll, marketing software, the softwares, and all this stuff like that. On a minimum, I have to have a baseline of $2,500. Anything beyond the $2,500 is going to be profit. But I have to have a baseline of $2,500 coming in order to keep my business sustainable. If I'm not making that $2,500 a month just on baseline to support payroll, to support all the softwares and stuff that it takes to run the business and all of that, then guess what? I need to go back and refine my business because I have to meet that baseline. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everything else is profit. But the baseline, that's all your subscriptions, all your this, all your that. That's what you have to make in order to have a baseline. And if the banks grants, well, really banks, that it's important for banks. If they see that at least that minimum baselines, then they'll be like, okay, well, she got something. At least she can cover the cost of the running of the business. That's what they're looking for. And if every month you cannot cover the cost of your business, then we need to go back and then you need to go back, look at the business. What do I need to tweak to maintain a baseline for 12 months? Or at least some people, they look for 3 years, 36 months. Can I maintain a minimum of $2,500 a month coming in to sustain my business for the last 3 years? Can I do that for a year, new business? Have I done that at least for the last 24 months? And if you have not done that at least for the last year, when we need to go and tweak some things, or even look at the last 6 months, can I have at least $2,500? I'm just using myself an example. Everybody's number is going to be different. Some of your numbers are higher, some of your numbers are lower. I'm just giving you my number. I have to have a minimum, and this don't include my income from the school or nothing like that. Just income from work, a baseline of $2,500 that is coming in is what I need to have to make sure I have a sustainable business. And then the bank will be like, oh, here go 5,000, here goes 10,000, some 20,000, whatever you're going for. Whether you're working with the people at the SBA, and the SBA, okay, there we go. And the SBA people, they're gonna be like, okay, that's the Small Business Administration. If y'all wanna know who the SBA people off, because sometimes the SBA, not only do they give like regular business loans, they also give grants. And I'm gonna let Sherrod come in because she specializes in that as well, and she's gonna come through and tell us a little bit more about the grant piece, kind of what they looking for, and where can we go to apply for these grants. And if anybody else know a little bit about grants or anything, get on the couch, let us know. It's on you.
The grants are very similar to in the sense where financing, in the sense where you do have to know what you were saying, your baseline, right? How much does it cost for every product? How much does it cost for every product? How much does it take to run your business flat out? Because then you can know, and you then can better exactly what your revenue is, and you then can better fill out a grant form or a grant application. Grants often, I love free money, none better than free money, right? But they come with stipulations 99% of the time. So yes, you can spend this money for your program. However, you're going to know what's the unit cost per each service you provide, right? So sometimes you have to take a service and then break it down all the way to every time I provide an hour of this service, it costs me this much. You need to be that granular with understanding what you're doing, where you want that money to go, how you plan to use it, to even get through the application, right? And if you can have as much of that done on the front end, then you can fill out more applications on the back end, right? Because sometimes you only get 2 or 3 weeks to finish a grant application, and it might require dozens of pages of different types of documentation, right? From payroll to, if it's a new program, exactly where the resources cost with software, like every cost that's going to be related to that particular thing that you want to spend that grant money on, you need to be able to be accounted for. Also understanding though, when you're looking for grant money, be prepared to partner with other businesses that might do a portion of that grant and work with them. Because there are times where businesses will kick themselves out of a particular grant because they'll get to reading it and they're like, well, I only do, let's say 25% of what this grant is asking for, or I do 75% of it, but I don't do this other part, so I can't qualify. Absolutely not true. I would always, I mean, depending on other factors, because I also say thoroughly read the grant applications. What are they asking you to do? And can you execute that? Because they're going to expect you to do that thing for the free money. I mean, it's free, but documentation and all types of other things. But you always don't have to do all of those services yourself. You can, they're called subcontract with other businesses. You can partner with other nonprofits. You don't have to be a nonprofit and or businesses. You don't have to be a get grant money. Also, you don't have to be a nonprofit. It's helpful. There are more buckets of money for nonprofits, but you don't have to be. Some of, especially business grants, they want you to be for profit to get to get their money. But just understanding your business numbers as best as you physically can, right? Like, for instance, one of my businesses, I'm a serialpreneur myself, but one of my businesses is rental property, right? I'm almost down to where I know how much toilet paper per year we spend on average, right? Because you pull your Sam's Club receipt, you put it in this spreadsheet. How many times do I go buy Sam's Club toilet paper for this space, right? I know how many I give each guest per their time frame there. They all get the same a lot. And then I can break that down to understanding exactly what my resources is. I'm not down to the cleaning supplies yet. That's a little harder. But I mean, getting down to, I spend, let's just throw out a number because I honestly don't know on top of my head. I spend $125 on toilet paper alone for that rental space, right? And so then when you're going to ask for money, you truly know, or you can then budget your thing out, because another thing I've seen businesses accidentally do is under ask, right? Because outside of grants, there's also corporate contracts, which is another conversation, but they kind of ask for similar types of deals. You really got to know what your numbers are, what a project will cost you.
This is good.
I think I lost my train of thought. But you just really want to know. Underbidding. That's what I said. Because then when you go and you say, I can do this, but then you underbid yourself because you forgot a bucket of things and now you're coming out of pocket where you shouldn't have, right? It's just, I come from data. I love data. Like I do taxes and other stuff, but I'm really about the data. If you know your numbers from your customers and how often you hear from a particular customer, what kind, Crystal's helping me then put that into a system that I don't need 3 employees to help me do it, because that's where it's like information overload. But I love to dig in some data, and you can do so much when you really know your numbers.
Absolutely. So I want y'all to type that in the chat. Know your numbers. That is so important, to know your numbers. Okay. So with knowing your numbers, she's saying this word, data sheets. And I know some of you, when you're hearing this data, you like, how do I keep up with this stuff every month? Okay. If you are not detailed enough to do it every month, I'm gonna tell you what to do, sis. You're gonna hire somebody. Okay. That's what we're going to do. I am an adult. I have ADHD. I found out I had ADHD when I was 38 years old. I come from that generation of I was born in the 80s, and guess what? We were in the 90s, that's when we went to school. My mama in herself. I was in the gifted and talented program and all types of stuff, honor kid, overperforming, and so ADHD was not recognizing me. But there was still time I would get off. Like I would get off task, and most people would say, "Oh, girl, that's just you being a nerd. That's just you being smart. That's just you being this. That's you being that." I'm like, honey, my brain wasn't processing. But at that time, guess what? Doctors they wasn't looking. They wasn't looking at girl, but they would mostly diagnose boys, right? And we seen that epidemic where they would diagnose the boys with the ADHD, and then all the boys would be on Ritalin, and they'll be at the school just looking like zombies. It really wasn't until the 2000 when they start saying, "Oh, snaps, these girls are actually showing up this." So all these years, 38 years of like, why can't I keep up with stuff? Why do I have stuff all over the place and stuff like that? Because had I known then why my brain would do this, like I know where stuff was, but when it was time to, oh, you got to bring this stuff to the tax office, you got to do this stuff like that, I'm like, oh Lord, I'm up here plugging this at a different time. But let me tell you something. God is good because he's made that easier for us. And you have people like Miss Karen. She has a bookkeeping service. You got people like Sharad. She has a bookkeeping service and stuff like that. And they got all different type of plans for you to work for your budget. But what this is going to help you, if you don't know how to do yourself, it's going to help you put your books in order. Miss Karen, can you talk about a little bit about having those books in order?
So let me turn this up a little bit. I just want to speak on behalf of myself because, like I say, I am a serial entrepreneur. And when I started to connect each one of all my businesses, I made sure they had a bank account. And when I did that, I just was like, oh my God. Just felt like things were coming in order, that I was able to distinguish what expenses was what for what business. Because if not, I was commingling, because my tax business is what supported all my other businesses while I was trying to make money in those businesses. So all the expenses for the other businesses was showing up in my tax business. So that's one thing that God had been telling me about: order and prepare. And so one of those things is I made a bank account for each one of my businesses. And now I'm hoping to where I have the revenue for each one of those businesses so they can cover their own expenses. And when you get that, it just makes things like, you just able to relax and like, excuse me, things a little bit more clear, a little bit more organized, where I can have a person go do the books on the nonprofit. All the expenses are there. Go do the books on Can We Talk Sport. All the expenses are there. When you can have that organized, I think that just clears your mind even a little bit more, to where when somebody come to you and say, how much money did you invest in that business, you can go to the books and be able to pull that report and be able to show this is the revenue, this is the expenses of that business. And it just brings clarity to things. So, yeah.
Yes, indeed. And clarity is what we definitely need and in our business. And that's something that our CRM system, it actually kind of helps you, because when you begin to connect your different businesses in the CRM, you're going to have a thing that is called transactions. I'm going to share with you my screen to kind of just show y'all what that looks like. So then you're at least starting to keep those transactions there. You're able to keep those documented, right? And then if you needed to definitely go in there, pull a report or something like that, so you can give to your tax person, because they are saying, okay, what type of money is coming in consistently? What is doing that? Inside of the dashboard, as y'all see right here, my invoices are already taken care of, right? So you can see I've had 98 invoices on this particular account, over $20,000 that's expended for, and I can go through and say what it's for, etc. Then I have the transaction, okay? The transaction piece, I'm able to go in every transaction in the last couple of days, whatever y'all get to see right here, but I'm able to import that. I'm sorry, can I export this? Yeah. I'm able to export this as a CSV file. Okay. And what a CSV file, it'll come into like a Google Sheets over here. And once it finishes downloading over there, um, sheets.google.com is absolutely free. Okay. You can see right here where my BAs, some of my BAs right here, they do all their stuff on a sheet and let me know what time they're spending on what, so I'll know how to pay them and all that good stuff like that. But Google Sheets is going to be your friend. If you look at Google Sheets right now and you say information overload, I need you to call Miss Sherrod. I need you to call Karen or any of the other bookkeepers who love to do stuff like this, who love to go through and organize this stuff for you, so you can have this running daily or running however you want to. Because when you open this up, right, on the bottom of the Google Sheets right here, you have this thing called Sheets. So maybe for the month of May, you want to see what's going on. So I would label this the sheet 1 May. Then I say, oh, I need another sheet. I need one for June, right? And so each sheet, I'm able to either do my transactions or whatever I need to do. I can upload them in here, or I can come through and manually put them together. As the CRM, we can actually create a system. Maybe after every sale or something, we can automate some stuff that'll go directly to a Google sheet. So it'll keep everything organized, and it keeps that running thing throughout the whole year. So then when it's go time and you got to separate out 10 of them businesses and you got to do your taxes on all 10 of them different LLCs and 10 whatever you got going on, it's not a headache. It's like, this is here, this is there, this is this. And some of us, we have to get organized. And so you're going to need that bookkeeping stuff. You're going to need that bookkeeping services, okay? And they're going to have later on, I'll have them pitch whatever they're going to pitch to you guys. But literally, I want you to get it in order. So, because if you get it in order, I promise you, your business is gonna start. You're gonna start seeing some flow in there. But in order to see the flow, we have to get the structure piece. So I guess we're really doing this session around order, right? And guess what, too? We also have to have order in our lives, right? Let's talk about that for a second. If we don't have order in our lives, I don't know how you think you're going to have order in your business. Okay. Because your business is going to be a reflection of what's going on in your life, right? It might not be all the way, but hear what I'm saying. Is it slowing down because life is slowing down for you right now? Is everything all over the place because in your life, things are all over the place, right? It can only mirror its leader, right? Your business can only reflect you. Are you just spending money here and there and there and just letting stuff go out, go here, go there? That's going to reflect in your business. You're going to see you spending this, you spending that, and you don't even know what you done spend, right? You're going to see that in your business. Can you stay calm even when stuff is going on around you? Can you stay calm doing that? Are you stressing out? You got to go get some more sertraline. You got to go to the psychologist and tell them, give me another dose of this stuff, because life is just hitting how it's hitting, right? And then you're putting that fear in your business, and you're putting that fear in your workers and or your BAs or whoever the case might be. because what's happening in your personal life, it is going to reflect in your business. You cannot hide, because if you have not addressed even the personal things in your life, it's gonna show up in your business. It's gonna show up in your staff. For those who have staff, it's gonna show up in your staff meetings. It's gonna show up with your VAs, right? Because we have not personally got it together. Okay. So if your life ain't together, don't think you can just cover that with some business, because that ain't gonna work. And your business not gonna work, right? You all over the place in your mind, you're gonna be all over the place in your business. Your business not gonna work. And until that person who is leading, I'm talking to all the leaders on here, because all of y'all are leaders of your businesses, y'all inventors and all this stuff. Listen, we have to make sure, as leaders of our organization, that we get it right here, we get it right in our minds, we get it right in our heart. If that even means you got to go and get some therapy for yourself, okay? There's nothing wrong with getting therapy. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because again, if you jacked up here, your business gonna be jacked up, and you can't prosper, you can't be successful, because you're not even getting it right. And you'll notice when you start to get right in your mind, in your heart, your business will start to get right. Then things will start lining up because you're lining up. But your business is only going to be a reflection of you, because this is your thing. This is your thing. Some of you say, God told me to start it. Well, if God told you to start it, I'm sure he told you to get it right too. He told you to get your mind right. He told you to get your heart right. He told you to get your house in order, right? He told you to do that. And I promise you, what you do here in your personal walk, whether it's with God just or your creator, whatever you ascribe to. Okay, y'all know I subscribe to Jesus, and I can't help but talk about him, because I'm gonna talk about him. But at the end of the day, your mind and your heart, it gotta be right. Because if your mind and your heart ain't right, your business not gonna be right. Your volunteer service, it ain't gonna be right. It's gonna be jacked up and stanky. So get yourself in order as well, and you're gonna see that order in your business, and then that income is gonna Jesus, that income is gonna start flowing. Okay. All right. Who else wanna get on the who else wanna get on the table, and then we'll get into some marketing stuff. I promise you we will. But today we're talking about order, and
Oh,
our paperwork got to be in order. Who next?
I'll
Don't be
step
scared to
up.
get on the couch. I see y'all joining, 17 of
I'm
y'all on here. Don't
stepping
be
up to
scared to
the
get on the couch.
couch.
Because guess
I,
what? When we get on the couch, we get that stuff right.
okay. And I'm stepping up on the couch, and I like how the focus is getting things in order. But I like to come to the front and talk about more than just order, balancing the roles that I serve. Is where I'm needing assistance with putting some order with the different roles that I serve as a community leader, as a caring adult, and as an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
I love it. I love it. Because
So
that is true. Go ahead. Sorry.
because I need some balance here with all the different roles and still be able to make money in the process to sustain the lifestyle and the business.
Yes, indeed. Balance is so key, right? Because when we're limited in what we can do, right? And so part of balance, and especially being multi serial entrepreneurs, and I understand that because I serve as an elder at our church, over our marketing department over there as well. I'm a wife, a mother, a special education a special education teacher, and I run the creative space. I have mentees, all this good stuff like that, right? And what I had to learn for me was delegation. Delegation, I'm telling you, I had to be able to release control over stuff, right? And how many of y'all, including myself, is like, I don't mind relinquishing control, but these people have to perform like I will perform. Because otherwise, if they don't, I know me. I'm going to say, thank you for your service. Goodbye. right? I'm gonna say thank you for your service, or I might not call you back next week because you're not doing it like I'm. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing it like I'm doing it. And for
Mhm.
me, it was that taking that step of faith where, because at first I'm missing time with my family, you know, because like when I used to do shirts and all that good stuff, I'm sitting up here at 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, pressing shirts, pressing tumblers, getting all these group orders out and all of that. Meanwhile, my babies are growing, my kids are growing up, they want to spend time, and I didn't have the time because I'm fulfilled, you know what I'm saying? I'm fulfilling orders, right? Or if I'm making videos for people, I'm doing marketing plans for people or something like that. I'm doing all of these skills, but I did not delegate it and get help.
Mhm.
And I did not get the help. And so it wasn't until I started delegating it out. So even though, like me personally, I'm not going to sit up here and be pressing no shirts. I'm going to outsource it. I still have people who call me and get orders from me, but I outsource it all, right? So where
Mhm.
I might have somebody inside of my community or somebody that I trust who would do work like I do, I get a little something off of it, but I give them all that work, right?
Okay.
Somebody who does that. So yes, there's a little vetting process that you have to go through it, and you're like, I don't feel like doing that. That's what Miss Latanya, she will do it for you. You hear me? She will vet. You tell them what you're looking for, and honey, she will vet them people to the gods to make
Now
sure
give
they
me
get it.
what's her name, Miss Latanya, because I need her
Latanya,
to
come on up, come on up,
Latanya, I need you to vet some people for me
and
Yes,
she
so I
ma'am.
can
will.
let go.
I'll vet them for you and get them right for you. Tell me what you need. I got you.
Okay.
Okay, well, drop me a direct message so I can send you what I need because I
Oh,
need to start delegating.
Yes, delegate.
okay.
Delegation is going to be the key to balances because most of us are in a place in our business where we can afford the extra. You know what I'm saying? To do it. And once you begin to delegate those tasks, you're going to find your balance, right? If we delegate those tasks of phone calls, I'm not gonna sit up here and call these folks. I mean, I will because I know how to do it. I know how to follow up. I know how to call you back every time. Because let the hell be some sales. I can sell some stuff. But what I do is number one, create that SOP. That SOP is a standard operation procedure. So my sales procedures, guess what? My sales team that I have, my sales team, they know that procedure. They know exactly how we would call, how many times I call, and how to talk to them and all that good stuff like that. My design team, they have that standard operation procedure. I'm not sitting up there fooling with Photoshop and all these other shops and this VA, this and that. I'm not doing that. I know how, right? I know how to go in there and do those trainings. I know how to do it, but I delegate it. And so with delegation, it got me my time back. And guess what? It also got me more clients because I'm able to do more work, right? I'm able to do more work. And that's because my team that's behind me, even if it's just the two at this point, I got two people. Well, three. I'm lying. I got three people. I got a three-person team right now. But that three-person team that I have, because I delegate them tasks, the moment our church service is over with, guess what? I already have something coming in my Slack channel, which is how I communicate with my staff. I got something coming in my Slack channel saying, "Lady Hell, do you approve this? Do you think this is good? Da 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 da. Here we put together the workbook of what needs to be done, and it's ready to go out to the people. Are you ready to do that?" And I look at it. Oh, sure, yeah. Boom, send it out. Because I don't have to sit up there where after the sermon is over, I got to go make sure that breakfast or whatever my husband wants to preach, because now he hungry after he done got through feeding doing all the word. And then I gotta go back, do the shorts, do the this, do the that, all this good stuff like that. That make you pull your hair out. But I did it for years. When I tell you I did it, mama, am I lying? I did it for years. My mama right there. I did it for years. And it wasn't until I'm like, you know what? Mm-mm. 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 Let hell have to create them. I'm telling you from personal experience. Create the SOP and delegate, and you'll find your balance. Kelly says, so good. It is a delicate balance having to be a wife, mother, and business owner, bringing in income that is needed, not trying to overwhelm. She said, the other day, this dropped in my lap, Psalms 127. Let me see. Ooh, what it say? All right now. He wants to be a part of the building, and he also wants me to rest because he. Don't you start now. Don't you start nothing over there, Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly over there about the starts. Man, say. Because he does. He wants us to rest.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Taking it all in. Thank you for this. This is needed. I'm soaking it up.
Well, come on and soak it up. You on the table. Now you on the couch. Tell us about that Psalms 127. We putting you on the couch. We're bringing you out your comfort zone. Well, I don't know if that you out your comfort zone. You probably
Ian,
right.
hand me my phone right there. Yeah. I mean, you probably hear a lot of background noise. I have a 2-year-old and a soon-to-be 10-year-old.
It's okay.
Retired military, and stepped into the role now of stay-at-home mom, if you will, and also building businesses. Yeah, it's not easy. And then it's just like you said, you're spending money here and there, you don't even know what you're spending. And then you're trying to do all this stuff. It's like sit down and rest, take a breath, and it's all gonna come together. I think we put too much pressure on ourselves, especially as women. I know I do. And can't do that, gotta sit back and relax and go back. I'm trying to pull this up as I'm talking. Excuse me, sorry.
No, that's no problem. Go ahead and tell us, Miss Kelly, what type of business do you have? Because you're a stay-at-home mom. I remember I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time.
So I find myself now in the government contracting space because while I was finishing up my time, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you great.
While I was finishing up my time, my husband started with the prime contractor in project management for the prime. Lots of opportunities there. So we're positioning ourselves to be in that government contracting space. And from that, I'm like, okay, so we could help contractors because I think you said it earlier, nobody starts a business to take care of the admin stuff, or maybe it was Latanya that said it. We have the contractors that are really great at what they do, but their systems, oh my God, they don't know what those are. So I'm like, all right, I could come in on that end and help. And that's how I ended up this whole go high level stuff. And,
welcome, go high level fam.
But go high level is shiny, and everybody wants to grab the shiny. But
yes,
I'm like, I need you because I'm like, what in the world did I get myself into? But in a nutshell, or long range or overlook, whatever you want to call it. Gotcha. Government contracting consultant.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, the project management for the government contracting work.
Gotcha.
So it's a twofold thing. And I also love technology. So this AI got me hooked as well. So I want to add that piece into the consulting.
I hope you are at the class tonight on because I'm going to be on the class tonight, y'all. It's a $3 class, and if you want to come, you come over there, join it. But what it is on the AI piece, I'm going to be showing you the no coding way, how to create software that you can implement inside, like you're doing go high level. So I'm pretty sure your high level is going to be for more government contractor stuff like that, correct? Right. Well, you can build systems on top of the high level to work with your niche. Like my high level is for it's the Creative Space Academy CRM, and it's definitely for creators, ministry leaders, stuff like that, who have their businesses and stuff like that. But anyway, with your high level, how many clients do you have right now, or are you kind of just starting?
Just starting.
Okay. So your first goal is going to be to attract your first 10. The reason why I say that your goal is going to be attract your first 10, because you're going to need them first 10 to pay for your customer service. Okay. Because what you're going to find is that once you got your system out and all that good stuff, right? Guess what? You're going to have onboarding to the wazoo. And that's going to start to take up a lot of time. Okay. But for whether it don't matter if you got, when I say your first 10, basically for that, there's a company that's called High Level Agency Support.
Okay.
It's Dakota Route. Okay. They give you a whole army. You hear me? And
Nice.
the base plan is $399 a month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically
Mm-hmm.
two clients that'll take care of that. Okay.
Okay.
You get you two clients for government contracting. I'm assuming that your plan should start at $399, correct?
Okay. I don't even know yet. So
Oh,
that's
honey,
what I'm like.
you need to get in my
Yes, exactly.
accelerator. I'll send
Exactly.
you an
Exactly.
invitation. You need to get in my accelerator. We meet on Monday. Those who are in my accelerator program, we meet on Monday, and they all have like high level type stuff. I myself,
Okay.
I am a certified Go High Level a Go High Level administrator and all that good stuff like that. I got all the paperwork. But anyway, with you, your minimum plan for government contractor should be $399. And tonight I'll actually just send you an invitation to come tonight, and I'll show you how we use NAN to build specific things, right? And you can add those specific things for the government contracting stuff that'll help them, AI bots, stuff to help them write this, write that. So you're not sitting there one by one
Yes.
by one by
Yes.
one with every whatever. Everybody says send it to me too. Hold on, now, let me get you.
See, that's why we're connected. Yep.
Listen, hold on, let me um I will send y'all the link for oh no, that's not it's Zodi Marketing. Uh-huh. Okay. ZodiMarketingAI.com. It's gonna be tonight at I'm gonna put it in here real quick. My VIPs, no worries, you already know. But I have the link in there. The class is only
Okay.
$3 tonight, and I'm gonna show you how you're gonna be creating software and all this stuff with no code, with using no code. If you upgrade, you'll get access. If you upgrade to the $27 one, as the upgrade, guess what? You're gonna get access to my dashboard, and I'm gonna give you your own NAN instance, and you're gonna be able to go in there and create some stuff. Tonight,
Bless you.
yes, tonight we're going to create a simple sign up form, and I'm going to show you guys how you do it two ways. One is for those who don't have websites, but those who do have systems like High Level and all of that, but they might not be great at building on the front end. We're also going to use this it's a free app. It's for free if you want to use it, but it's called Lovable. I did an example, I think a couple of days ago, where I was showing you the only thing you did was literally had to speak and tell the website how you want it to look, and it created a beautiful website. Okay, created a beautiful website with the sign up, and then it goes to straight to a Google sheet. It's amazing. So y'all go ahead if you want to come tonight. My paid classes, you can go get signed up. Either you can do the $3 class, or you can upgrade to the $27 where you get access to the actual component there. Okay. Question: will this work with Shopify if you don't have GHL? Yes, it will work with Shopify if you don't have GHL. Okay. I recommend that you want to come over here to the Creative Space Academy. Come over here to Creative Space Academy over there, and we'll hook you up, because you can also integrate your Shopify into Go High Level as well. But if you want to get rid of that $39.99 bill, guess what? We can make sure that you get your website over, your e-commerce store up and running. Because the cool thing with with our CRM services, again, we are designed around creators, and we have tools and helps and all this stuff for creators, is that you get the e-commerce piece, you get the automation piece, right? Not only that, you also get membership piece. So for those of you who will be teaching, and I know everybody on here definitely should have an educational piece inside of your business. The reason why I'm telling you that an educational piece, this is just something to consider, but we got to get this stuff in order first, right? We got some order, and that's what the couch sessions are for. But we got to get some order first. But some of you also have to consider teaching, right? Because we are going into a war. All right, or ceasefire. I don't know what they got going on right now. Okay, but with that, okay, if something is not flowing, we have our God-given gifts to another place to start flowing, right? So if our businesses stop, dry up a little bit, guess what people are going to be doing in times of war? They are going to be seeking how to do stuff. Okay, and that's when you see that education piece go through the roof. You don't have to be a certified educator or anything like that to teach somebody how to do stuff online. You know how to bake a cake? Guess what? Come take my $79 baking course, right? And you just put a couple of pieces and show them how to bake a cake. And everybody be making cakes like, I'm like, baking cakes with Chris. You tired? You want to send your loved one a treat? Come learn how to bake a cake with Miss Chris, right? And they'll learn my recipe and learn how to make my juicy chocolate cake. You hear me? And people will pay for it. And every month, guess what? I'm gonna keep them coming back because first I'm gonna teach them how to make a cake. Then I'm gonna teach them how to decorate the cake. Then I'm gonna teach them how to add some juices with it, right? They gonna do the juice. And Miss Taylor over here, because now they done got the juice in the cake, they done got pregnant. And so when they get pregnant, they gonna have to naturally deliver that baby. And she gonna come over here, she gonna start teaching them this and teaching them that, and then they gonna pay her every month from the time they conceive all the way to the time they deliver. And I don't know if she offers something to follow up on care and all of that, or do she offer products or nothing like that. I just can't. She been quiet over here, so that's why I'm put. I don't want to be on the feedback. I just want to be.
What's the time for the Zoom tonight?
6 o'clock. 6:30. Sorry, 6:30.
Okay.
6:30 Central Standard Time, and a replay will be available. So once you get in there, you'll also excuse me, you'll also be in there on the replay and stuff like that as well. And you'll be in we have a private community. How many of y'all have private communities? I'm not talking about just Facebook group, but I'm talking about private communities like outside of Facebook. Anybody? That you will, okay. That's gonna be part of the business session. But go ahead and put that. Oh my goodness, it's almost 1 o'clock, y'all. I didn't know we've been in here. We've been in here that long. So that's gonna be another. That'll be a whole nother couch, a whole nother couch session. There. But the point is, even with the war and all this stuff going on, I want y'all to consider trainings for what you do, trainings to show other individuals how to do. We can't be worried about somebody running off with intellectual property because God didn't give them what he gave to you. Only you have that. They can only get bits and pieces, but what you have is specific to you. And even when you teach your folks and they might go on and do more, consider yourself a beautiful teacher, because the student is supposed to excel the teacher, right? Because if your students, if they can't excel you, what are you teaching them? Are you really teaching them, right? I had one of my clients this year. Not that she make really good money or whatever the case may be. But this year her name is Amber, and she'll go, I'm on live right now, and she'll tell you, right? She literally came into the CRM, the creative space. She was part of the first 10. Shout out to Amber. Part of the first 10, and she came to us. And she wanted to do an event. This was her first like major event that she held. I ain't gonna say her first major event, but a major event that she held in South Carolina called Denims and Diamonds. And she had some of the, I'm talking about a lot of people from the crafting world. Angelo, Bonaparte, Erastus, like a lot of these people in our space were there. A lot of people from all over the country came. She was like, I never did nothing like this before. And she used the CRM, and we put everything in a funnel. She went and did what she needed to do, and she started running it, right? And when she started running it, because she had a structured place, they did over $75,000 in 2 months. Over $75,000 for a conference that God put in her heart to do, and they killed it because they had a system to do it. They had structure to do it. And guess what? When everybody came to South Carolina and they did them in diamonds and they was learning stuff, it was amazing. And I tell you that because greater, if your students aren't doing greater, then you need to question your teacher. But if your students can go out there and kill it, what are we are in? What is this, June? If June and the people on our system have collected over, combined with all the creators on there, we've processed over $1 million in income. and stuff, going through all those Stripes account and stuff like that. If we process over $1 million, what we're teaching is working. Okay. And structure and order, it can take maybe just a little time, 2-3 months, whatever, to just get everything together. But once you got your back end together, and I always say this all the time, anybody who's ever taken a class with me, if your back end is on, you're going to prosper in the front. It is what it is. What I want you to leave today with, and then we're about to get off because I didn't realize it was almost 12:30. Y'all want me to keep going? No, she said I'm good. Keep going. All right. We'll keep on going just a little bit because I don't want to hold y'all because I know y'all busy entrepreneurs. You got some things going on. But let me tell you this: if your stuff is built on the back end, it'll be great on the front end. What I want you to leave today with is number one, having those standard operational procedures in order. Number two, delegation. Number three, bookkeeping. And number four, you need a way to manage that. You're going to need a CRM. You are going to need a customer relationship manager. Okay. At the Creative Space Academy, we do have a CRM that we would like to offer to anybody on here. Okay. Normally, to get like 20 hours a week with BA help and all that is $450 a month. Okay. It's $450 a month. But what that is going to include, you're going to get direct access to me. You're going to get VIP calls with me. You also, all my events well, if I'm self-hosting it anyway, it's going to be free. Normally, I'll probably pay for y'all to go anyway on a VIP. If it's something else that I'm doing, you're going to get an assigned manager to your account to help you get that structure and get that offer together. Okay. I'm going to partner. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm a partner with I don't know how I'm partnering with Miss Karen. I'm a partner with Sherrod as well, because they smart when it comes to all that taxes and when it comes to all that data and all that good stuff like that. And I'm include something in there for you. Okay. I'm gonna cover it myself. But if you need that structure, you need that organization, it's only $450 a month. That's less than, I don't know, somebody do the math. Who's a math whiz? What's $450 a week? What's 450 divided by 4? 450 divided by 4. One of you mathematicians on there.
It's $112.
$112 a week. That's all it is. It's only $112 a week. The reason I have you pay it every month is because I gotta pay my BAs. I gotta pay my BAs every month. I'm gonna give you the link to this. And if you sign up today, like I said, I'm gonna definitely give you the access to those crisis calls and whatnot. And you say, well, Crystal, I'm not quite ready for the 450, girl. I'm not quite ready for the 450. We also have a 199 plan. And on the 199 plan, it does have everything that you need to get structured. And guess what? Even in that, I still include 5 hours. You get 5 hours of VA help on there every month. But if you're serious about saying, I need some delegation going on, I need something going on, yada, 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 and you want access to Miss Karen, you want access to Sherrod with all the data and whatnot, get on that 450, get on that 450 plan, and we're going to get you in order, okay? We're going to get you in order. Sign up. We're going to get you in order. We're going to have you flowing, okay? And the next couch session would be the second Tuesday. We'll do 11 a.m. so I can make it over here in time. Okay. Because Sherrod was our second Tuesday in July. What day is that?
Okay.
July 8th.
Okay, I will be in a convention.
Okay, let's do another time.
So you want to do the 15th?
15th. That's cool. 15th. Okay. The next couch session will be July 15th at 11 o'clock CST. Well, I'll be here on time. I promise you I will. 11 o'clock CST, and we're gonna meet you here right on the couch. What I'm expecting next time for those of you who come next time, I'm expecting to see some SOPs. So be ready to share your screen. I don't care if it's one process. I want you to write that process down. You can go on ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to help you create that SOP, because the SOP is going to help me find the right is going to help me find the right VAs to make sure that we're in your company and we're doing what you're supposed to do. You have that SOP, because when I talk to Miss Latanya and I'm like, Miss Latanya, we need to hire somebody for this or that. She's gonna go through the pool, she's gonna hire who we need to hire for you, and make sure that they are suitable for what you do. We already got a bad team, honey. We got Sammy over here. He handles all our websites. He handles all our funnels. We got Sasha. She's a marketing guru, a ad person. I'm talking about, they are phenomenal. We have Miss Latanya. She's our hiring manager over there at the Creative Space Academy. We got bookkeeping. You need some bookkeeping service? We got Sherrod over here. You need some taxes? We got Miss Karen over here. We gonna have you locked down together. You hear me? Everything you need is in the room. Don't be afraid to invest the money, because again, what's $112 a week? That's $20 a day we literally eat at the thing. Okay. Yes.
Okay, because the back end can be daunting, right? So with saying that, do it one function at a time, your most prominent function to start. Go find a company and don't start from scratch, right? Go find a company that you may like, what they do, how their presence, and see if you can find their SOPs, right? Find something to start off with, tweak it to your own business, your own flavor, your own way, and go from there. Because it can be daunting. Some of your SOPs will be longer than others, but take it one at a time so you're not overwhelmed. I mean, you might want to just start with listing every business function throughout your business so you know which categories that you even want to address, and go with the one that you enjoy the most. So it's not as daunting, right? Because you're not going to get those done quickly if you want them good, right? But
I'm sorry.
start off with the function that you enjoy the best, or the function in the business you enjoy the most, or the one that you need to delegate right now, right? Find something that you can build off of.
Motion detected in the front yard.
Use Chat GPT, but I wouldn't start necessarily there because it can be very overwhelming. So if you do start there, get very granular on what kind of business you have, what kind of business functions you'd like, and then see what it gives you. And just don't let it overwhelm you, right? That's just because I know sometimes, again, the back end can be overwhelming because this ain't what I signed up for, right? But take it slow. Just know that, make your first list out how many you're going to have to do. Start with what you'll be more enjoyable to start with, and work your way through that way.
I want to share about that.
Yes. Go. I'm sorry. I was going to address the bookkeeping. Okay. I was going to address the bookkeeping. For me personally, generally, that's how I price out my bookkeeping. I start with, do you have employees or not? And from there, it's then how many transactions do you run a month? For instance, I had a restaurant which ran 3 times as many transactions a month than a different business type. So there's where it was more a month that you were having to go through and settle through versus you may have bigger ticket items, so you only have, let's say, 1,000 transactions the whole month versus 30,000. So it generally, yes, for me personally, it's more by how many transactions you run a month, because then it's a time thing, right? But once we can automate, because what Ms. Hale we can automate a lot of that. And so once it's the front end, getting it set up is where your time consumption comes from. Once you have that going, though, you just tweak it every quarter, once a month, and you go from there. And as your tax preparer, or as an auditor, or as a bank, you can pull reports without a problem. I wanted to really address the overwhelmingness of what it could be to create an SOP. And so take deep breaths, make your list out, take it in small bites. Some SOPs SOPs other people can write for you, because cleaning out a sink in the back end at a restaurant is pretty, you gotta follow this thing. You don't have to come up with anything creative. But depending on your business type, you will want it to be very specific to you.
All right, go ahead, Miss Karen.
I just wanted to comment about the VIP that I have with Miss Crystal. Because I said I was a serial entrepreneur, I have like 10 different businesses that I touch. And I needed a platform that I could put them all in one system. And that's what this CRM system has done for me. And I'm just so excited that I'm able to have them in one place versus going between different um, websites and email addresses. I can operate it all in one system. And I'm excited. Like, I met Sasha and we're working on automation on each one of those businesses. Will have a different type of package, automation, email campaign, text messaging in one system. And so I'm just excited about that order, because Crystal was saying how we're all over the place, and that represents how our business is. That was me. I was almost all over the place. So this CRM system is bringing things in order, and I'm excited to see what it's going to do. All the different streams of income that it's going to bring in to my storehouse.
It's awesome. When I tell you, once we get it in order, on the back end, the front end is, you're gonna be able to prosper. It don't even matter what the economy look like. It don't matter what what they say, rumors of wars. It don't even none of those things are going to even matter, because what God has given each of you is something that's going to impact this world, both those who are of the faith and those who are not of the faith, because we have a service that's done with integrity, that's done with love, that's done with the respect of mankind. And you each have those businesses right there. And again, as we continue to get ourselves structured, get ourselves ordered, make sure we have those back end pieces in place, right? And I guess next month we'll make sure, and then we'll start talking about getting in front of people. Okay, that's what we'll cover in July. We'll start talking about getting in front of people. We'll have one session, but however, if we need to do a follow up, we'll do a follow up. It's just depending on your need. That's why we did this today, to kind of really follow it up. But this part right here was so, even to me, I'm just mentally even taking some more notes down. Before we leave, do anybody have any questions that you would like for me to answer? The floor is open. Okay. The floor is open, because now I'm gonna send you an invoice and I'm gonna say $75 to talk to me. So so the floor is open. And the reason why I have y'all to do this is because it might be something that Kelly is saying that may impact me. Something Miss Karen is saying that I need, or Taylor might say. So the same thing you may be going through, somebody is going through. They might be a little scared to say it, or they like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I want nobody looking at me crazy, and it's okay. This is a safe place. What they say, we listen, we don't judge, because we gonna help you. All right. Anybody got any questions? Okay,
I
if
don't
not,
have any questions.
I'm about to turn it down. 5. Go ahead.
I don't have any questions, but my name is Latonya.
Hi, Miss Latonya.
And my thing that I'm working on now is clutter, getting the clutter out. And that's a part of organization and being focused. So right now, that's my main strategy, is clutter.
Yes, ma'am. Because that goes back to the whole order, the whole clutter, is just do it, right? Because
Right.
what's stopping you from getting it organized?
Nothing. I'm doing it now.
Good, good, good. Awesome. Getting organized. And even in your house, if you got some unorganized things in your house, go get that bathroom together. Go get that kitchen together, right? Because when we start doing those things in our personal lives, it'll reflect on the inside. Like, I remember we had a spill in my closet, right? And the floor got molded and stuff. Because when we bought the house, it's all carpet in there, right? And so my husband went in there and he pulled up he pulled up the floor. So he pulled up the floor and he pulled up his side of the closet. Then I went in because we have a walk-in double closet. And I went in and pulled all the stuff out of my, out of my side of the closet, right? And my husband got everything. I mean, he moved everything out the closet and everything was on the bed. And I looked at it for the next 2.5 weeks. Could have got up and got it and started doing it, right? But in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. It's the summertime. I'm not gonna do this. But what I noticed is that I just started letting everything pile up. Everything in my personal life that was piling up, then I started letting clients pile up in my business. I started letting this stuff just, I'm like, oh, the devil is a lie. And so then finally, before my mom and them had left out of town last week, I said, yeah, I just had to say it. I said, guys, I need some help. Can y'all come help me with, then our mom. I had to say, Mom, I said, Mom, can y'all come help me do this? Because this is too, because otherwise dirty clothes was going to still pile up. Everything was going to still pile up. And I just had to do it. And I encourage y'all too. Miss Tanya ain't the only one that got some stuff that need to be organized. If you got some stuff that need to be organized, even in your personal lives, organize it. Because I'm telling you, and my husband says this, so I don't know if he's watching or not, but he does always say this. He says this. He says, "What you do, what you do in your personal life is gonna reflect those things in other areas of your life. How you do one thing is how you're gonna do everything else." That's how he says. How you do one thing is how you're gonna do everything else. So I leave y'all with that. In the words of Pastor Ernest, how you do one thing is how you're gonna do everything else. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'm gonna do it like I do the kids. 5, 4.
Hi there. Hi there. My name is LaShonda. Thank you for your generosity and your compassion and your competence. It's refreshing. I just have a quick question that I did put in the chat. I'm just curious about your programs and the services that you offer as far as what industries or what business stage does your program best support?
Our business best support is those who are starting off and also those who are all over the place. And you got some, okay, I'll say like this. If you're making under like $2,000 a month, don't, VIP might not be for you right now. And the reason why I say VIP might not be for you is because you're still establishing what supports your business. So the 199 plan might work for you a little better. Okay. But if you do the VIP, you need income coming in to support paying $450 a month. Let's be real, okay? But most of the time, most people that I service typically fall under the 450. I do have brand new people who follow under that 199, and so then we're still making sure your LLC legal. We still trying to identify who your customer is, right? We still trying to identify those things and get you and finding your and finding whatever it is in your business that actually can meet your baseline. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So our business supports brand new businesses, and I always recommend the 199 plan for them because they're gonna need funnels made. They're gonna need nurture systems and all that good stuff like that, right? They're gonna need that because they probably don't have a consistent base. The 450, again, if you're making over that $2,000 a month, the 450 that's nothing for you. You're gonna be able to supply because it's only $112 a week. I don't want you to have to struggle to necessarily pay it per se, because if you still at that point where you still need to find your anchor product that will make you that operational cost of your business, then 199 is going to work for you. Okay. And industry wise, me personally, I do focus on content creators, small businesses, tax services, independent people, coaches, things of that nature, ministries, etc. If it's an industry that I just don't know nothing about and I can't cover it, or I can't hire maybe a VA that specializes in whatever it is that you do, I do have a community of CRM people as well. I just met another one. Look at that, Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly there, she specializes in government contracting. Baby, I don't know nothing about government contracting and grants and all that good stuff like that. But guess what? I have somebody in my circle or my community who knows, or I can be like, hey, Kelly, I got a partner for you. There you go. right? And she'll service them with no problem. Okay. So it just kind of depend on your needs.
All right, thank you. And I could have missed it at the top of your presentation. Could you give me a brief idea? I mean, I understand the tangibles and the deliverables. I did click on your website
Oh, awesome.
that you sent, but what you actually offer, what do you actually offer? What do you do for companies?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Okay, no problem. Yes.
Okay.
Well, if you go on my website there and you look at all the features and tell you about my system, but the services that I offer consultation services. I also I do offer mentorship services as well.
Okay, thank you.
And marketing, advertising, sales, girl, whatever you need,
I'm
honey.
talking about for dinner. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And maybe if you want to set, and if
Okay,
any of
I
you
do.
guys want to get on a
And it
15-minute
around 6.
get on a 15-minute
All right,
call,
baby.
I'll give you the link for that as well.
Yes,
And you
please.
can sign up, and then we can get on a I think it's D Lady Hell. See it's a sign. Well, no, that's not right. Hold on. Let me find the website. Link in bio. Let me go
Okay.
to my link in bio page. I'm like, I know, right? I think it's Lady Hell link in bio. It's a link in bio page. There you
Did
go.
you put the link to the Zoom, the call for tonight on there?
Yes. Or here you go. If you click on the link, I'm gonna give you my bio link class, my bio link. Okay.
Okay.
And also on our CRM, I actually show you how to set up one for yourself as well. Here's one of my link in bio page. When you click on my link in bio page, if you go, if you'll see it where it say AI lab class, that's where you can go and sign up for that. If you want to chat with me for 15 minutes there, okay, you have quick it say have quick question about this SaaS stuff, let's talk. But it don't have to be SaaS, it can be anything you want.
Okay.
Click that, talk to me, book a time that works for you. We'll get you on the line there for 15 minutes or so. And then sometimes I like to talk. So you might get a little more than 15 minutes. But I'll be like, hey, our 15 minutes gone.
Thank you.
There. So just go to my link in the bio. Link right there. You'll see the link to the AI class tonight. You see that in there. You'll see the link to talk to me. If you want to sign up for the CRM under us, you can. If you're like, girl, I want to go to high level myself, boom, go ahead. Be great. You can sign that too. And
Don't do it.
I'm just
Do not do
saying.
it. Do not do it. Don't. No,
I'm
no,
just
no. Don't be
saying.
modest. Don't do
I'm,
it.
I'm actually hearing a
Don't
lot.
do
I'm
it.
actually hearing a lot. I'm not familiar with the Go High level, but I am in transportation and business development as well. But I'm hearing a lot about high level. What is high level?
It's a great, like she said, CRM, customer
Oh, okay.
relationship management software that
Okay.
you can plug your business in, and it really
I'll
helps with the front end
show
and
it.
the back
I'll
end.
kind of give you just a little demonstration of what it is. Okay. So one thing about in any business, you got to find something that's going to give you monthly recurring revenue. Me as a marketing and salesperson for years for my clients, I had them on what we would call tech stacks. In tech stacks, they will be using like Twilio for texting. They'll be using Klaviyo for email. They'll be using Shopify for their e-commerce. And then when you literally will begin to add all this, you get to add all this stuff up. Guess what happened? This stuff gets expensive, right? So, for CRM and pipeline management, you would have your HubSpot. HubSpot is really more enterprise level, or whatever. High level is more for small businesses. Then the sales funnel, you'd either have click funnels or lead pages, right? Those will be anywhere between 129 and whatever a month. Then you had your website builders. So whether you had WooCommerce, Wix, Squarespace, anywhere between 29, and then y'all know on Shopify, once you start getting to add all them plugins and all that stuff get expensive. You heard me? Well, we were paying originally. We used to pay $29, but it's like now we were paying $119 because we done did all these plugins and add-ons and upsells and all of this stuff like this. Surveys and forms, right? Email marketing, two-way, all of this stuff normally would cost you about $1,500 a month baseline. That's software, right? When you would do these things individually. So what happened when I find high level, they gave us the ability to open our own SaaS company where they had all this stuff in here for us. for our clients to use, right? So it was a no-brainer for me that I went over there. I'm like, okay, cool. How much is this to license out this stuff? And they were like, oh, it's only $4.97 a month. I'm like, oh, what? Yes, okay, right? Because it made businesses to me because my clients typically wouldn't know how to use all this stuff and make it talk anyway. They weren't gonna know how to use it. And guess who know how to use it?
You teach.
Me, you baby, real quick. And so that's what Lady Hell did. She went over there and got an account. I brought it to my existing community. My existing community, I was like, because I had to pay for this. And I couldn't, and then I didn't even tell my husband I done signed up for this for my clients. And then it's $4.97, $500 a month. What? I had to go tell my husband that, right? So I called my clients. Hey, I got a new stuff. I'm gonna take you all off of this stuff, and I'm gonna put you on this within 2 weeks. Y'all ready? Yeah, send me $199. No problem, Lady Hell. And they sent me the $199. So then I had it covered, right? And so then when I told my husband, cause y'all know the men, they gonna look at it, they gonna itemize things line for line for line for line. You get what I'm saying? And my husband, I'm the spender, he the saver, baby. He gonna listen, and he gonna tell me, no, ma'am. Right. But I was able to bring all my clients on it and kind of be able to cover that baseline where the rest was profit. But these are all the things that are included in there. But I, as the marketer, as the business coach and all that good stuff, I show my clients how to plug this in as well. Okay. And like I said, just get on a call with me because maybe the high level system might work for you, for your clients, for your clientele. And instead of them paying high level, they can pay you every month. And you have this system in there, right? So just get on the call with me. Get on the call with me, right? Because I don't want you to pay me $4.95 and you like, oh man, I can do this for my clients. And because I got a program to teach you how to make the money also with high level as well. It's called my high level accelerator, and where you won't have to bump your head. You won't have to bump your head. I'm going to guide you through that process. I'm going to show you how to profit on the back end and also how to profit in the front end as well. Okay. So not only are you, okay, well, I'm selling this for $199, but they selling it for $97. I don't care what our level place is selling their stuff for. And they keep that little $97 because guess what? $97 ain't gonna make or break me. At the end of the day, I have to have a profitable business, but my business have to be a little different from them. And so inside of the creative space, like I show everybody, you have the native stuff in here, right? But also I have the systems that I've built, like the content generator. I have a content generator that I built, and as y'all see, it's inside of my high level. And what this content generator does, which you're gonna get access, y'all gonna get your all that stuff. The content generator does is that I created this using a no-code app. I can put the industry, I can put the type of content that I want and custom content, and I can tell it to generate me stuff, right? Once I tell it to generate me some things, it's gonna this one, I'm not gonna run it right now, but this one I had it generate me stuff for small business marketing for African Americans, and the topics covered was paying dues to different African Americans, behind the scenes tips and advice, this, that, and the third. It created me 30 days of content. I'm able to download that content. Inside of the Creative Space Academy there, we have a social media manager, which is under the marketing tab, which is social media planner. And I'm able to upload, do whatever I want to do to whatever platforms. Only platforms that we do not support right now is Twitter, because the API are ridiculously expensive. Okay. And I know I wasn't going to pay no $40,000 a month to know, because Twitter wants you to pay 40,000 X. That's what it's called. He wants you to pay $40,000 a month for access to the API. Is he crazy? And that's per account. No, sir. We weren't doing that. So that's the only platform we don't support. Oh well. I'm able to go through, press advanced format, because the way I created this again was like a little me on how I would do something. And so I would put the advanced format. I will go in here and I will bring my clicking on it. I guess it ain't. Let me see where I put it at. Here, the CSV form. I just need to see where it is so I know where it is. Okay. So I press advanced format, VO3. I think this was the Oh no, that's the script. I'm sorry, I downloaded the wrong thing, y'all. Let me go back to it real quick and get the right one from there so I can show you. I'm like, why is it doing that? I didn't mean to download the script. I meant to download the content. This is what I thought I pressed. Okay. Then let me put it somewhere where I know where it's at. Example. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so now I'm able to go into the marketing tab there. Once I go into the marketing tab and it pulls up, I'm able to go in here and upload it into a CSV file. We love Excel forms over here, okay? Then I should be able to bring this in. It's still telling me it's the wrong thing. And maybe it is. That's that. Okay, here we go. This one of them. That should be right. CBS headers are not. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong format. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm able to upload the CSV file to there. I just go to next. I tell it, hey, where you want it to go to. I'm just going to pick one of my random accounts. That's just ready. It's going to upload this, okay? It's going to upload my CSV file. The only thing I have to do right now, it gave me one error because of the time. So I can just make this go for another day or something, okay? So let's talk right here, okay? Now I would have to go probably and adjust some of these, but this make doing 30 days of content based off my niche, whatever I'm doing, it makes it a little easier. So it's like, hey family, let's talk about how Black pioneers revolutionized digital marketing. Did you know Alex Lopez Negrete broke barriers in multicultural marketing? Because he's a Afro Latino person. Anyway, and it says, when you stand on the shoulders of giants, we raise higher. Type teach if you are ready to learn how to build your own legacy. Now, the cool thing about this is that I can go on Google, find a picture of Brother Lopez. I mean, yeah, of Mr. Lopez, put it in there, bam, I got a picture or something, right? Or maybe I have a video of him talking. Maybe I go to YouTube and I just put a link to the little man video. The next one, selling digital products. Here's your $1 million routine. Because success starts before you open your laptop. Swipe for the exact routine that help us scale to 6 figures. I can have something in there where I got in Canva and I can put them 6 little things where they can swipe through and look at it, right? Because the content is 80% done for you. It's 20% you need to do it, right? And then guess what? If you over here with the Creative Space Academy, you get that to the VA, they gonna go find the pictures and do all that for you and press schedule. Okay? Right here, client, what is talking about? Client meeting realness. This is what strategy sessions actually look like. Notes everywhere, multi-screen, yada yada. I'm gonna take a picture of us right now that I can load into here. Boom. Right? I take this picture, I put it over here, load it into my CRM. Now my content is ready to go. Okay. But I'm not gonna do all that today. We'll do that in another part. But at the end of the day, I'm able to create content, post it for 30 days, etc. If you pay $3 for the access tonight, you get access to that so you can go in there and play, you get your password and all of that. Okay. If you're inside of my if you upgrade it to the CRM, your dashboard is, if you pay the $27 and you upgrade, guess what happened? You are now going to get access to the CRM, honey, because we are going to make sure that you are doing stuff. Now, you don't have everything, but you do got some. Let me go to my teaching account, because my teaching account is set up like how it would look if you paid the $27 to upgrade. Okay, my teaching account. Okay, so in there, when you upgrade to the $27 piece, guess what's happening? You're gonna get access. You're gonna get access. And we'll send you your access if you did it the upgrade way. But you're gonna get access to the CRM. In your marketing channel, you're not gonna have all them other tabs like I had, but you're gonna have a social media planner. And guess what? We're gonna let you send emails. Okay, so you'll be able to do all types of email templates, create emails as well. You'll be able to see on the contacts tab, you're gonna On the contacts tab, you're going to have a place where you can store your customers, store their name, emails, phone numbers. You're going to able to put tags on them. Okay. This is all I'm telling you. Klaviyo will be charging you $39.99 a month just for this feature. I'm also going to give you the automations feature. Okay. So you're going to have some stuff. If you want to unlock, obviously, you'll be able to upgrade. Inside of the thing, you'll be able to go into your billing thing. And then if you go to subscriptions or payments or something, let me see. Oh, I have to do it, but it'll show you what you can upgrade to and all of that good stuff
He
like
can't
that.
tell you the part?
No, they can't tell us the part.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh goodness. I'm not.
Mm.
No, they're not muted. They couldn't sell them the part. Miss Benjamin. That's who that was. But anyway, y'all, it's almost 1 o'clock. It's time for us to get off. And I know some of y'all going to go to lunch. But we say time flies when you're having fun. Okay. I'm all right. I'm gonna count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you don't have any other questions, we done. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam, we out. All right. I'll make sure everybody get a copy of this replay there. And if again, you can go to my link in bio. I will make sure that will be in the email as well. So if you want to set up a 15-minute consultation talk or talk about whatever you want to, you got 15 minutes. Okay. Just get on the calendar, find the time that is best for you. All right. And also as well, if you want to attend the AI class tonight, go ahead. If you want to get your feet wet inside of the CRM, even just with the access to the social media planner, the content generator, all that, it's on $27. Why not? We are going to get you organized. All right. So until next time, God bless y'all all. I look forward to seeing y'all tonight at the AI class. Thank you, Miss Karen, so much for hosting these sessions as well. Thank you, Sherrod, for coming through, and everybody for just putting it all on the table. And I hope this has been therapeutic. And we want to see those SOPs. We're holding you accountable, and we'll start next week. All right. I mean, not next week, July 15th. July 15th. See y'all there. God bless you all. Bye. This was beautiful.